Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we re-diving into the incredible story of a man who went from being a bullied kid in South Africa to literally reaching for the stars. This is the story of Elon Musk. Let's rewind to the 1980s in Pretoria, South Africa. Picture a quiet, shy boy named Elon, not outside playing with other kids, but lost in a room piled high with books. He devoured everything from science fiction fantasies to complex engineering manuals. This insatiable curiosity was his world. When he was just 10, he got his first computer, a Commodore VIC-20. With no YouTube tutorials or online courses, Elon taught himself how to code. Think about that for a second. By age 12, he didn't just play games. He created one. He built a video game called Blastar and sold it for $500. That wasn't just pocket money. It was the first spark, the moment he realized that the worlds he imagined in his mind could be built in reality. But his childhood wasn't a fairy tale. Life was tough. At school, he was relentlessly bullied for being different. The bullying got so severe that he was once beaten and hospitalized. But here's where the story takes a turn. Instead of letting that break him, it fueled his ambition. He dreamed bigger. At just 17, with a burning desire for a better future, he left South Africa completely on his own. His destination? First Canada and then the United States, a place he believed was the land of opportunity. He famously said, "I wanted to be where great things were possible." He had no safety net, just pure raw determination. Fast forward to the 1990s. Elon is studying physics and economics at the University of Pennsylvania. He wasn't living the typical college life. He was working hard, sleeping on couches, and constantly asking himself one crucial question: what can change the world the fastest? He saw the internet booming and knew with absolute certainty, this is it. So, he started his first company, Zip2, a kind of digital yellow pages for newspapers. In the beginning, investors just weren't interested. They ignored him. But Elon didn't wait for permission. He coded through the night, often sleeping under his desk just to keep the dream alive. His persistence paid off. Compaq eventually bought Zip2 for a staggering $307 million. Elon walked away with $22 million. Most people would retire, but he was just getting started. What do you do after becoming a multi-millionaire in your 20s? For Elon, the answer was simple: risk it all again. He poured his earnings into co-founding XCOM, an online bank. People laughed at him. Who in their right mind would trust the internet with their money, they said. But Elon wasn't looking at the present. He was building the future. XCOM merged with another company and evolved into what we now know as PayPal. When eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, Elon's fortune grew exponentially. But instead of buying a private island, he asked himself an even bigger question: what are the most significant problems facing the future of humanity? His answers shaped the next 2 decades of his life and arguably our world. Sustainable energy, which led to Tesla; space exploration, which became SpaceX; and the future of AI and global connectivity, giving rise to Neuralink, Starlink, and OpenAI. But launching these ventures was anything but easy. Everyone from experts to the media called him crazy. They reminded him that rocket companies almost always failed and that the electric car market was a joke. Critics mocked him daily. Tesla was burning through cash and teetered on the verge of bankruptcy. He invested every last penny he had, at one point even borrowing money from friends just to pay his rent. The year 2008 was his darkest hour. Both Tesla and SpaceX were on the brink of total collapse. It looked like the end. And then the impossible happened. In one single fate-defying week, everything changed. NASA awarded SpaceX a crucial $1.6 billion contract, saving the company from ruin. Almost simultaneously, Tesla secured a last-minute investment that kept its doors open. He had saved both of his crazy companies from the brink of death in the same week. It was at this moment that the world finally began to understand: Elon Musk simply does not give up. Today, Elon Musk is the modern-day Iron Man, the driving force behind ventures that sound like science fiction. SpaceX is launching rockets that land themselves back on Earth, making space travel reusable. Tesla is leading the global revolution in electric vehicles. Neuralink is working to connect the human brain with artificial intelligence. And Starlink is beaming internet to the most remote corners of our planet. From that lonely bullied boy in South Africa to one of the most influential innovators in modern history, Elon's journey teaches us a powerful lesson. Dream so big that even failure pushes you forward. So, what's the message for all of us, especially for the younger generation watching this? You don't have to be born into wealth. You don't need to be labeled a genius from day one. What you need is a relentless curiosity to learn, an unstoppable courage to try, and a dream so powerful that no failure, no setback, and no critic can ever extinguish it. The next world changer, the next person to redefine what's possible, could be you. All it takes is to start today. Thanks so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you in the next one.